Alright, my friends, well, it's Curtis Robinson, and I'm here with Blaidd. Blaidd is an assassin build that I am working on. Now, I'll tell you that he hasn't leveled up very much. Still has the basic knife, the basic armor, the basic buckler. He's not great, but he's built some great alliances with people that are going to help him later on in the game. And he's also started on his way to really becoming a really cool assassin. Now, building a good assassin character, they're very fragile at first, but they get really good later. So here's the trick. I am at the Bestial Sanctum, where Garank, the Beast Clergyman, gives me, he's going to give me ultimately the first incantation. So I went here and I chatted with him, and he gave me the eye and the claw. In other words, I got this claw mark seal. Now I got to have 10 faith, which I don't have, just to use it. It's not a big deal. We're going to be using that shortly. All right. Don't mess around with the gargoyle. I think I said that last time in the last video. And if you haven't gone and seen these other videos, these are all on a playlist. And I'm going to show you right now how we're going to level this guy up pretty quickly so we can really start getting into, you know, the whole feel, the whole deal with being an assassin type character. So we're going to ride down here and be careful of the vulgar. These are the little elf-looking guys, the short guys scattered around. Stop by this tree. Pick up the golden seed. Cash it in at your local grace. That is a vulgar. They're very tough, and they will totally wreck you if you're not careful. If you stay away from them, they're really easy to kill with, you know, maybe a bow or magic. All right, make sure you stop here. Make sure that you go ahead and rest. Go to your flasks and use that golden seed that I just gave you. I already did that. Now, here's going to be the fun, tricky part. It takes a little leap of faith, a little bit of courage. You see that big dragon there? He is no bull crap. That dragon will totally, absolutely crush your butt. So you got to wait till he turns around, hit the gas. You're going to go right underneath his wing. All right? His ride. You got to trust me that this will work. If he does hit you, hopefully he doesn't kill you in one hit. But you're going to zoom right underneath them. Alright, and you missed me. I'm not dead. And hopefully I can keep going and I won't be dead. Alright. We're going to keep running. And trust me, everything in this part of Caelid will kill you. Probably one shot you. So you got to trust your horse, and you got to really trust how to get from point A to point B. Alright. So now we are heading, again, as we look, kind of heading in a southward direction. And there is an Erd tree, a putrid Erd tree sentinel there. He will kill you. Don't mess with him. Alright, that is him right there, and there he comes. We do not want him hitting me or, you know, messing around and shooting his magic at us. We're trying to get behind the Erd tree here to make this jump. Big jump. And kaboom-yow. We left him behind nicely. Notice that there is a large dragon to the far right. It's an ancient dragon. It doesn't move. And that is where we're going to start to level up. Now again, I always encourage people to play the game within the constraints of the game. Don't try to trick the game. But the goal here is when you kill this guy, I think you get about 50,000 runes. It's going to set you on your way. So we're going to show you how to do that. Step number 1. You must have some sort of bleed weapon. If you're a bandit class, you start off with this knife. This will work. If you aren't, hopefully you went to Gatefront and you got the flail. I instructed you to do that in one of my earlier videos. Of course, I don't have enough dex to even use this particular weapon, so I'm going to stick with the knife for the time being. But the bottom line is that you got to have a bleed weapon in order for this to work. If you try with another weapon, or with spells, or with a bow, or some other thing, you're going to be here all day. This dragon has a crap ton of life. So I'm going to come over here, and alright, I just want to check one more thing. Let's check this in real quick. Alright, discover the grace. Double check. Alright. So again, I've only got 4 runes right now. I don't have a whole lot. So I'm going to show you guys how to get 4 dragon hearts and a bunch of runes. Now, make sure that you guys are really tracking that. If you kill the dragon, you get the 4 dragon hearts and all the 50,000 runes. If you choose not to kill the dragon, you go and you hit the grace instead, you could technically farm the dragon. I mean, that's a technique. It's up to you whether you do that or not. I recommend that you do so on horseback, right? So you just start swacking this guy. Now, let's make sure we're in a place where we can hit him. Alright. Now you might notice I'm not doing any damage at all. He's not attacking me though, which is pretty cool. I'm going to keep swacking at him, and you're going to see the bleed proc. Alright. Now the thing with the bleed, it's going to take a chunk of health each time it procs. It's a percentage. So there's 13,000 damage I just did with that bleed proc. Did you see it? You can rewind and look. I'm doing 14 damage, 28 damage, 20, it's just a god-awful small amount of damage. But every time bleed procs, alright, there's 3 hits, there's 3 hits, there's 3 hits, and there's another 2 hits. It should be proccing here again soon. The first 2 procs are pretty quick. When I say proc, that means the bleed effect happens. There it is, 13,000 damage. You guys see how quickly that goes down, and he's still got a ton of life. So I've already done some 30,000, 26, 30,000 damage. He's not even halfway down. He'd be here all day with a regular weapon. Has to be a bleed weapon. Alright, so I kind of look at it like this. Imagine that there was something magical about this particular dragon, and if you slay it, you get a little bit of its life, which makes you, stronger, more experienced. However you want to look at the fantasy view, the bottom line is me hacking away at this dragon, I'm going to get a bunch of runes. So you can kind of tell any story that you want, or build any tale, or build the epic fantasy however you like. I'm kind of thinking, I'm trying to be an assassin. The assassin is kind of dealing with blood. It procs again 13,000, right? I've got a knife, and I am basically bleeding this dragon for the purpose of gaining strength. Alright. Kind of a neat storyline when you kind of think about it. So again, how did I get here? Craftiness, subterfuge, stealth. I didn't fight everybody. I moved quickly and quietly. I took the magical jump up that little airway to get up here. But the thing is that an assassin's an informant or an information expert. You have to have allies to be an assassin. You have to have information to be an assassin. And because I have that, I make a good assassin rather than just being a guy that has a knife. Any idiot can wield a knife. Anybody can, sneak up when somebody's not looking and kill them, or maybe wait till they're asleep or unprepared and stab them in the back. That doesn't take a lot of skill. What does take skill is preparation. So, if you're going to be a true assassin character, first thing is, do your research. Follow these videos, it'll help you out a little bit. And the second thing I want you to do is make sure that you understand that once you get to be a little more powerful, you can do a little bit more. You can start relying more on yourself rather than on these little special tips and tricks. So when you think about the greatest assassins of all time, right? And this could be even in modern times with, hitmen in the mafia, or even CIA operatives. Could be a mercenary or hireling. These people, they only get one life. This is a game. You get an unlimited amount of lives. All right, we should be about to proc here in another minute. So I have to watch these numbers, by the way. Back to the story. If you look at the greatest assassins, they knew things. They were at the right place at the right time. They were prepared to do the hard, dirty work in order to get the advantage. And then, in most cases, these assassins are paid. They're paid killers, hired killers. Alright, not really a glorious thing. It's not like being a knight with honor. Alright, it just procced for the last time. Alright, so we got to be careful now. If you're going to just kill it, fine, just keep hitting it and you're going to kill it. If you're not going to kill it, you have to be careful. The minute it procs, you got to haul butt to the grace. I'm going to kind of show you what that looks like. If you're doing this on foot, you're not going to make it. If you're doing it on horseback, you can make it. If you mess something up, you're not going to make it. But early in the game, this is a good way to kind of grind your way through a couple of levels. You don't want to be overpowered for your level, by the way, because then the game's no fun. So again, I wouldn't recommend doing this every time you just feel like leveling up. Go do the game, man. Go play the game. Alright, should be gonna... There we go. We hit the gas. Get ready to jump off the horse, and we're gonna quickly hit that. And let's see, how did we do? Level up. 50,000 experience points. Pretty cool. Alright. Now for this guy, if I'm going to rely on true, really truly doing blood loss damage, you can kill some bosses this way. You're not going to kill all the bosses this way. You're going to have to be smart. Alright? But if you want to use the Reduvia dagger, which is a dagger I'm going to be going after, the first thing I would tell you is you're going to need a lot of arcane. That makes you proc blood loss more often. You're going to need a lot of dexterity. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and click this up too. That gives me the 18 that I need. And then I'm going to start pumping up vigor because I don't want to get killed. Look at that. I got 20. I'm up to 25 there. Alright. We're going to want to get this up a little bit as well. I'm going to drop this down 5. I'm going to get this up a little bit as well. That should probably do it for us to start with. Now, arcane's not that high yet. We got some dexterity and so forth, so that's not too bad. Alright, I got enough health now. I'm not just going to freaking fall over dead. Alright, pretty cool. Alright, now remember, let's go back to status. I'm going to need one more level. I'm going to put that in, 2 more levels in faith before I can really start doing incantations. So we kind of want to be, we want to get there as well. I did not save it. Alright, that was weird. Thought I saved it. Let's go back. Level up. I didn't save it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 20. Okay. Let's do 14 there. 14 there. Let's go ahead and get faith up now. And this needs to be 10. 10 is pretty good to start with. And then we'll pump up. I didn't get to pump up dexterity. But that's okay. I got the faith. I got the endurance. I got the mind. That's gonna how many times I can actually use my special ability. Keep that in mind. And shoot arrows and whatever else. And this is going to keep me alive. Alright. There we go. Now we're going to save it. And I'm almost ready for my next level. I'm now ready to kind of rock and roll. So, we're going to head over and see if we can get a better weapon. Now, there are a lot of cool bosses that I can fight. We're going to do some of those as well. We want to go ahead and get Blaidd. I put this check mark here so we can go back and get him. He is a super cool friend, a great ally, and I talked about him in the last video, I think, when we were talking about that howling in the woods. He's a half man, half wolf kind of a dude. Alright. Let's do this, and let's head right for the, let's double check. Yep, I'm pointing in the right direction. Let's head right for Blaidd. Once I get him, it's going to open up some pretty good things for us. Stay away from the bats unless you just really want to fight them. Right? I don't think we need to... Oh, look at there. There's some more howling. Alright. Now, there is a rune bear in here. If you kill the rune bear before, accidentally, or on purpose, before you talk to Blaidd, Blaidd will not be your friend. He will be pissed off at you. So, let's not do that. Now, Blaidd is going to be summoned by doing the snap. We go to equipment, go to gestures, and then we go to finger snap. Click it. Test now. And he should drop. Badunk. Pretty cool.
Carly sent you, did he? The name's Blaidd. I'm looking for a man. He flagged someone here. Come tell me if I can offer you up.
Cool. He's going to offer me a reward. I kind of like that.
There's nothing in need of it.
Okay, gotta go kill Darrowill.
is not in need of a figure.
So he's now gonna help me. Super cool, super important. We're gonna want his help. All right, now we're gonna go ultimately here. That's where Darrowill is. I've got old boy ready to help me. That's pretty cool. We got to get our life together first. All right, just because we get a shot at Darrowill doesn't mean we're really completely ready. We really have no spells, right? That's kind of something there. And we have no staff, so what are we going to use? It's either arrows or the blade. I will tell you that I'm tougher now, but not... I can't take too many hits from Darrowill. He's pretty quick, and he's really tough. Alright, so, let's see. First thing I'm going to do is... Actually, I probably need to go get a few arrows. I should have done that to begin with. Let's go back over here to Kale, talk to Kale, and get some arrows. I know I'm super short. I'm going to want to make some arrows and some fire pots and stuff as well. So, talk about Blaidd real quick.
Then you met Blaidd, did you? Wonderful. He's boorish.
Alright, purchase. I definitely want these books. Alright, I definitely want these pots. And I want as many arrows as I can carry. Good, I'm over 100. Cool. Though, if you buy more than 99, you can only carry 99 of any one type of arrow. The rest go in your chest. And every time you touch the grace, it will automatically replenish you, which is pretty cool. So, double check our flasks. Alright, I got 5 and 1. For now, that's probably good. I'll need to change that at some point. Alrighty. Now we're going to teleport back over here. We're going to go wreck Darrowill. If I do this right, Blaidd will tank for me. Right? If I do it wrong, Blaidd's going to take a beating. And then I'm going to ultimately have to... He's going to kill or beat up Blaidd. If Darrowill beats up Blaidd, I end up having to fight him kind of one-on-one. And that's not very easy. That's definitely tricky. So again, remember I said earlier in this video, alliances and planning is the key to being a great assassin. It has almost nothing to do with how physically strong I am. If you want to be a physically strong character, a tank, you should have been a vagabond, right? Vagabonds are, heavy armor, heavy sword, heavy shield, the whole 9 yards. They're better equipped for that kind of thing. Let's back up here and get this mushroom. I'm going to need that at some point. And there's another mushroom here. Let's get off, and we're going to go ahead and be at this grace. So again, some of you guys are going to get frustrated with your assassin character and be like, this guy can't fight, he sucks. Yeah, compared to being a vagabond or something. And, he doesn't have any long range power like the wizard, like the mage character, the astrologer, or any faith magic, like the confessor. Yes, all of that is true. He's not going to have that. What he does have is a certain skill set that enables him to kind of get the job done. Right? Let's go to item crafting. I can make 3 pots. Yeah. It's not a lot. I was hoping to make more. All right. Let's let that guy go by. Again, a good assassin is aware of the enemy, does not engage the enemy directly. That guy is tough. I could beat him with a bow maybe, but ultimately, let's let him be. Right. Let's zip over here and get Darrowill. Actually, let's get this first. Another rune. Meanwhile, he's shooting my horse in the butt with an arrow. Okay, don't freak out and panic if you get crushed on your first attempt. I've fought Darrowill a number of times with other characters. I kind of have an idea what his moveset's going to be. Alright, the first thing I'm going to tell you guys is you want to be light. Let's get rid of anything that you probably don't need. All right. I am not going to need that. All right. I'm not going to need that. So now I'm still medium load. My endurance is a little low. Let's get rid of the shirt. All right. Now I can rock and roll. I'm going to go ahead and add these fire pots. It's going to help me a little bit. All right. You could add these if you want to throw those. But anyways, inside the Ever Jail, by the way, this is like a giant jail, magical jail. You are going to be challenged to, you won't be able to have your spirit ashes help you. So that's why you really want to make friends with Blaidd. He's going to be the tank. Basically like a spirit summon. Alright, now I'm going to have fire pots up. If I can hit him with some of these fire pots, it will do good damage. You can't just throw them as fast as you can and randomly. Proper timing matters, and hopefully I'm going to be able to do that. Also, I've got some arrows here. I'm going to try to hit him with some arrows. Let's summon Blaidd. Again, if I was in the Mafia, Blaidd would be my enforcer, right? You don't go to a fight unprepared.
Darrowill, rotting in a cell is no true justice. No. This is where it ends for you.
So because Darrowill is so fast, I'm lightweight, so I can really roll farther and faster. Alright, let's see what happens here. Let's click on him, make some space. Let's let him get a first hit. Alright, look at there, that's pretty good. Here. Good, let's go ahead and hit. Here's a fireball. Boom! Now he's going to come after me if I overdo it. So by the way, now I can throw. Boom. Boom. Alright, I am out. And he does not like me because of that. Alright, now I'm going to start hooking him up. And me and Blaidd have done a good job. Pretty quick, pretty easy, right? I got Bloodhound Fang, which is a really good sneaky two-handed curved blade. We'll talk about that a little bit later. You're going to need a big sword at some point, but we're going to be daggers mostly. That's kind of the deal. Alright, let's go back and talk to our friend. Remember, it's about alliances, having the right guy. That was super easy because I had a couple of fire pots. I got the bow and arrow. I rolled fast. I had a tank helping me.
Here's your prize.
Somber smithing stone 2. Handy dandy. I need that.
If you venture north, tell him I sent him. Be sure to.
We're going to want to go see EG. EG is the guy he's talking about.
That's enough chit chat for now. It's time we parted.
Got it. He wants to part ways. Let's go do our own thing. Put my shirt back on. Right. And get back here to my little cool little shield. Remember that we can also use the Clawmark shield now. We're going to start setting up some couple of incantations that'll just make us a little tougher. Remember, if the fire pot kind of is like a hand grenade, then the seals are going to be ways that we can buff ourselves up and be stronger. All right, not too bad. We got a number of things that we can also do, but I want to go here next. So we're going to go ahead and end it right now, and we're going to take up the next challenge and get the Reduvia Dagger. If I can get the Reduvia Dagger, it'll be pretty cool. And by the way, we're going to make friends with Yura. All right, Yura's going to be the next guy. We need him as well. Guys, that's all I got for you for right now. I will catch up with you in just a few minutes. Peace. Oh, don't forget, man, if you guys haven't subscribed, subscribe, and then get on this playlist so you can watch all these videos back to back and kind of see how I'm doing things.